When I first saw Kathleen Kennedy in this t-shirt, I thought, man, Star Wars is screwed. This woman's going to put all her identity politics into this show, and boy, did she ever. Let's start out with this little quote from a 2016 article in the New York Times. I have a responsibility to the company that I work with. I don't feel that I have a responsibility to cater in some way. I would never just seize on saying, well, this is a franchise that's appealed primarily to men for many, many years, and therefore I owe men something. I have never heard or read anything from a male Star Wars fan saying you owe us something. We never asked for anything from you other than to keep Star Wars what it was, an all-inclusive fantasy that everyone could enjoy. You had a broad spectrum of all sorts of characters, aliens, races, men, women, one of the strongest female characters in any show, in any movie, in any bit of entertainment, anywhere, and she did it without degrading men. It's almost like you thought there were no other female heroes in the world, in the media, that we could look at. And you want to know something? I think I agree with you. I can't think of any. None. Nothing's coming to me. I just can't picture any strong female characters out there in any role ever. Yeah, none. Nope. Let's take a look at some of the characters in your films, Kathleen. The first one we're going to start with is a little character known as Finn. He was initially an intriguing character until we found out he was a janitor and became a punchline for the movie. He became this guy. Yep, the Homer Simpson of Star Wars, always getting into wily trouble, making stupid mistakes, and constantly making the wrong decision. He's ending up in really dumb positions, and hey man, that's some good slapstick comedy. We're just laughing it up at old Finn. Let's move on to Poe, an actually intriguing character, an experienced warrior, someone who could fly starfighters and destroy entire star destroyers. He's somebody that in any other setting, well, a non-Kathleen or a non-woke social justice warrior setting would have been highly respected. His opinion would have been highly valued. Instead of being used as the asset that he clearly is in the Republic, he is instead dehumanized, put in his place by a purple-haired social justice warrior known as Vice Admiral Gender Studies. But forget about the purple-haired warrior. Let's get back to Poe. What does she do with him? She doesn't listen to him. She doesn't take his advice. She doesn't take his battle experience to heart. She doesn't do any of that. Instead, she decides to keep somebody who is a dedicated warrior to the rebellion or to the Republic out of the loop as to what her big plans are. Needless to say, Poe is a throwaway character whose only job is to pilot ships and shut the hell up. Kylo Ren, a spoiled, rotten bad guy whose storyline was stolen from the EU. Oh, and he's emo and whiny. He's not strong. He doesn't have any strong male traits. And he gets involved in a really weird relationship with Mary Sue. The next character on our list is Han Solo, one of the most beloved characters of all time. What does he become in these films? Well, this. A deadbeat dad who doesn't support his kids, doesn't love his wife, doesn't stay faithful. He becomes the exact opposite of everything he became in George Lucas's Star Wars, not just in the movies, but in the books as well. He was a dedicated, still wily rogue, but a dedicated family man who loved his kids dearly. He didn't just run off at the slightest bit of confrontation or troubles or heartache in life. He stuck around. That was part of his story arc in the original Star Wars. And what did you do to it? You deconstructed it. You dehumanized him and you destroyed him. You had him die in one of the worst scenes I've ever seen in any movie. He wasn't allowed to be Han Solo. He actually just became deadbeat Solo. Luke Skywalker was a character that everyone loved. And I still love the old Luke Skywalker. He's still my favorite hero of all time. Watching you throw him on an island, having him drink green titty milk in one of the most cringeworthy, awful scenes I've ever seen was obviously dehumanizing. You were trying to deconstruct him. You had a girl come in who didn't know anything about the Force beat him, a Jedi Master. Not just a Jedi Master. If you knew anything about the canon, he was the Jedi Master, the chosen one. And you turned him into a ornery, horrible, angry, mean, stupid little hermit. And what did you do in the end? You killed him off. It doesn't matter how you killed him off. You could have killed him off in the most wonderful way possible. You don't kill off Luke Skywalker. And it makes even more sense to me that she's not going to go anywhere, knowing not only her, but knowing the company that employs her. She's going to be there for a long time. As long as she wants to be, she will be there. And as long as she is there, Star Wars will be dead. To a lot of the fandom who she rejected purposefully. And there is no greater nerd crime than that. I'm Papa Jobo. Please like, share, subscribe. Peace.